Trump's power grab, a new executive order. February 19th, 2025. President Trump signed a new executive order today. This order is a big deal. It gives him more control over independent agencies. These agencies are supposed to be free from political influence. But this order changes that. It lets Trump tell them what to do. This is a major shift in power. Independent agencies have always been separate from the White House. They write their own rules. They enforce those rules. They're supposed to be impartial, but Trump wants to change that. He wants them to answer to him. This executive order is raising alarm bells. Experts say it could be unconstitutional. They worry about the future of these agencies. They are supposed to protect the public. But what happens when they are controlled by a politician? This is just the beginning. This fight is far from over. We will be watching closely to see what happens next. Which agencies are we talking about? This executive order affects a lot of them. The Consumer Product Safety Commission is one. This agency makes sure products are safe for consumers. The Securities and Exchange Commission is another. They regulate the stock market. Then there's the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. They insure our bank deposits. These are just a few examples. Many more agencies are on the list. They cover everything from the environment to workplace safety. These agencies impact our daily lives in countless ways. But there is one notable exception, the Federal Reserve. This is the central bank of the United States. It controls our money supply. Trump has been critical of the Fed in the past. But this executive order leaves them alone, for now anyway. It's unclear why Trump exempted the Fed. Maybe he knows he can't control them. Maybe he's saving them for later. Whatever the reason, the Fed is safe for now. The rest of these agencies are not so lucky. Why is Trump doing this? That's the million-dollar question. Critics say it's about power. They say Trump wants to control everything. He doesn't like it when people disagree with him. He especially doesn't like it when those people are in government. Trump has a history with independent agencies. He's clashed with them before. He's fired people he didn't like. He's tried to install his allies. This executive order is just the latest move in that fight. But is it legal? That's the bigger question. Experts say it's a gray area. The Constitution doesn't say much about independent agencies. There's some legal precedent for presidential control, but this executive order goes further than anything before. This will likely end up in court. It could go all the way to the Supreme Court, and that's where things get really interesting. The court is now dominated by conservative justices. Some of them have a very broad view of presidential power. They could very well side with Trump, What happens next is anyone's guess, but we can make some educated predictions. First, expect lawsuits, lots of them. Groups like the ACLU are already gearing up to fight. They'll argue that this executive order violates the Constitution. Second, expect chaos. These agencies are in for a bumpy ride. Trump will try to install his people. He'll pressure them to change their rules. He'll create a climate of fear and uncertainty. Third, expect long-term damage. These agencies are supposed to be above politics. They're supposed to make decisions based on facts, not ideology, but Trump is politicizing them. He's undermining their credibility, and that will have lasting consequences. This is a pivotal moment. What happens in the next few months will determine the future of these agencies. It will also determine the future of our democracy, because if the president can control independent agencies, then what's to stop him from controlling everything else?